Love. Love. They're not censoring two women kissing. They're censoring love.
Yes, yes.
We can't show affection to each other. This episode of Fireside Fetty is proudly sponsored by me and BT Free. BT Free is a nonprofit organization currently pursuing 501c3 tax-deductible status in the United States, dedicated to defending digital privacy, protecting online rights, and advocating for a healthier, user-controlled internet. All the money we raise goes straight back into the Fediverse, keeping it free, open, and independent of big tech influence. So if you appreciate a world where you control your data, take a moment to like, subscribe, share, and donate to BT Free. btfree.org. Every contribution helps keep the Fediverse thriving. Stay free, big tech free. Enjoy the show. Welcome, Fetty friends. I'm your host, Ozoned. This is the episode 73 of Fireside Fetty, coming to you from the coziest corner of the decentralized web. This is the show where the people, projects, and personalities that make the Fediverse tick get the spotlight they deserve. If you're tuning in, congratulations, you're officially part of the network, the conversation, and the future of open social. Grab a cup of coffee, or a tea, or kombucha, or a mason jar full of water, or a water bottle, and settle in by the virtual fire. Before we dive in, like what you hear, clip what brings you joy, subscribe so you never have to miss a spark, and share the episode far and wide, because that's how we grow organically together in the Fediverse, and David is worth it. Trust me.
Hey, sorry, I was watching my screen because I'm saying, yeah, I should boost on the Fediverse the post from yesterday.
Thank you. Yeah.
Invite people, yeah.
Yeah,
why
absolutely.
Not?
Thank you.
I'm the kind of people who just watch the timeline and say, oh, there is a stream going on, click, and
yeah.
I never can put that in my agenda for the day later or something. So.
No, right? And you always forget. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Well, so my guest today, as you folks see or might hear, is David Revoy, which David is French. So I often do this, and I am going to butcher the language and especially your last name. I want to know how to say it in French, but I'm going to try first, which I've heard David before. It was usually David.
Oh, yes. Very good.
And then Revoy.
No, it's the O and the Y at the end just make a single sound, like in wa, like in revoir.
Revoir.
Yes, and the E,
okay.
The start is not a re, but like in rough. So revoir.
Oh, yeah, okay. I definitely wasn't getting that right. Sorry.
Go with Revoy. It's totally okay from me.
All right.
I have no problem with it.
So for those that don't know David, which you absolutely should, I personally feel you are a cornerstone of the Fediverse. David is
as red as my poster behind.
No, you're fine. You look good. David is a webcomic creator known for cute, heartwarming, funny, and adorable art style. His comic Pepper&Carrot, folks might know. David only uses free libre and open source tools, which I know we have a lot of folks in the community that are all about that. And David is part of the Framasoft group, and Framasoft works on one of my favorite projects of all time, one near and dear to my heart, which powers the VODs for the show, which is Peertube.
Yes, I designed the mascot, the little sepia.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, David, thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to join us today.
Yes.
How did you get to where you're at today?
So do you have 2 hours or 3? Or
Sure.
So, yeah, as you can see that I'm starting to get white hair and everything, and even some losing hair. So yeah, the career start to be long, and my career is like a chaos. So there is things that changing every 2 years. So I have the long version that is accurate, and I have all the shortcuts that I can take that are not accurate, that I skip things, and I always have the feeling that I'm lying when I go. uh, so I try to make a short version.
Sure.
First, as you can hear, I'm not really speaking well in English because I learned English with the video game start, options.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, English was not something at home, and in school I wasn't really a good student. So I learned this, and my first contact with English was probably the basic language on computer, basic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
No, you're good.
Yes, my parents had a computer at home. They were middle class, so they had a little bit of money. And in the 80s, because I was born in 1981, so yeah.
You're what month?
June.
You're 6 months younger than me.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Born in the 80s,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
basically the same person.
On the French media that every family should have a computer for the kids later. Computer was like the future in the classroom and everything. So I got the big luck that my parents would never had computers and anything. Just boot one and just say, yeah, it will be for your bedroom. Just take it. And then I got some books where you have to recopy, the code, the basics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I learned how to do some script like this and play video games, of course. And then I decided very early that I wanted to be in the picture, painting, illustration, comics. I was doing a lot of comics, but comics was like a taboo. Everything I saw was you can't be a comic artist or anything. But I started to draw every day since I'm 11 years old. It's a bit where I started to say to myself that if I draw every day, I might end somewhere. Just that was like a decision. And then I went to studies, but it was industrial art. It's not the studio where you do beautiful art or where you do comics or anything. You do the fashion art, the drawing the dress or drawing design for a cell phone. That was very popular at that time before just 2000. The drawing design of cell phone and everything. A mobile phone.
But you're talking about like the icon drawing the UI and icons for the phones?
Drawing the object with markers or drawing cars with markers, designing. It was this
okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Layout on paper and everything.
Okay.
But I disliked these studies, but it was good to learn how to get to a deadline. I learned a lot of things, but I learned a lot from the friend that was with me in this school and who wanted to also make comics. We always, after the school, doing comics together, and we just spy on each other to see if someone has a better techniques and sharing tricks. And this is probably where I learned mostly what I have now. So after that studies, I turned out to be a not very good student, and I started to be at university more probably drinking and smoking and living a young life.
That's the real college experience, though. Let's be honest.
I regret nothing. I have the real. But during this period, for having a living, because I had to pay things. My parents divorced, and sadly, the middle class experience really vanished quickly after that. So I had to pay for things, and I started to sell watercolor of like church, cathedral, touristic things, watercolors, and doing portraits, street portraits.
Okay.
Yes, for a long time, maybe like 3 years, I did street portraits, and that was really good for my techniques and for my budget also. So that's where I went, like this, and then I started to buy back a computer because that was the 2000, and the internet was something big, and I wanted to make my painting on internet. That was the thing: make a website, make the painting, and be on internet at that time. And I started to learn how to develop HTML, CSS a bit, because that wasn't a thing. I was still doing table for everything at that time. And then with this computer, I started to see the forum in English, forum about illustration, about digital paintings. And I started to see that you can buy a graphic tablet and start to paint. And for me, that was a revolution because painting was expensive for me, for the buying the colors, buying the canvas. I couldn't start just a painting like this, a quick one, just at the evening, because it was costing material. So yes, I could go on the computer and start to paint and just post this on this type of forum and say, yeah, that's a free idea. My painting were very commercial at that time. I was painting flowers, touristic place, and everything that could sell because I needed to make a living. And on the digital painting world, I could start paint the idea I liked, the role-playing game that I played, the fantasy novel that I read, and I started to draw a lot of fantasy drawings. So I had a big luck at that time because it was that time where the Lord of the Ring movie started to be on cinema, and also the Harry Potters went on cinema. And yeah, that was a big trend of fantasy. All the publisher in France wanted suddenly fantasy illustration, and that's where my career shift the first time, where I shifted from painting to illustration, and illustration with a tablet, because I had some book cover commissions. And on the side of this, I started to do also board games, everything illustration, website, cover for music band and everything. And I started also to give Photoshop course on CG School, because I started to get CG School calling me for doing course and using Photoshop. And I started also to really want to be curious about the 3D, because that was a thing also in the 2000. And I started to see the Project Blender, because at that time 3D Studio Max or Maya was very expensive for my budget. I could buy, and I bought Photoshop, for example, Painter. Oh, I think I lost Ozone.
No.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm still here. Sorry. You're right. This is wow. Okay.
Sorry, and we're still not there. Sorry.
No, you're good. This is exactly what the show is getting to know people. But like you said, so many amazing things, and I have so many questions, and I'm trying to hold them in my head. And Tom from Lorenzo's Music said when he does his, he has a piece of paper, notebook, and writes it down. I always forget, but you're helping me remember to make this show better. So please, now that I just derailed everything, please continue.
So I started to use Blender and make some short movies with Blender on the side of my... and I discovered the free software this way, the open source. I started to install a Linux on... I don't know if my camera is in... Yes. I started to install a Linux on a spare laptop I had, just to experiment and everything. And then my short movies, just before that. And then I bought a computer one day, but it had Vista. It's a bit complex story, so I will skip this. just no.
Vista, I can confirm Vista is a complex story.
Yeah.
It's all about money and greed and how we're still stuck in the shit we are today, just a little bit different. But
Yes. Vista is really the reason why I came to Linux in the first place, really. And then yeah, I bought this machine. There was a lot of problem of drivers because I had a small enterprise, and I bought all the license of my software, Photoshop, Corel, and everything, and it was costing a lot. And suddenly I had to rebuy all of these things for Vista because they were not really compatible. The version with from XP to Vista. They could run, but there are tons of bugs. So they made some upgrade packs, and you had to pay like 400 per package to get the upgrade for Vista. That was horrible.
and they completely broke your workflow.
Yes, at that time, because what I did is I quickly bought XP Pro in a box, and I say, yeah, I will install back this operating system on my new computer because this is a cheaper way to work around the situation. And then I discovered that the motherboard and the graphic card didn't have driver for Windows XP. It was Vista only. And then I was, this evening, everything just in my brain.
You're talking, so Windows Vista and XP, you're talking what? Early to mid 2000s, right?
Yeah, we are maybe around 2006, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to say 2008, but I thought that was too late. But yeah, okay.
2008 maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Before 2009, so that's for sure, because that's where I started to work for the Blender Foundation, and I was already on Linux at that time. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I started to try to find method to paint with Linux, because I didn't want it. I could buy back a XP machine, reinstall everything, but I sort of started to dislike all this collaboration I had with this software, the proprietary software. I started really to feel that it was affecting my dignity. And I'm sort of stubborn and pride, so I say, yeah, if there is a way to bypass them, I'll find one. And so I started to install Linux. It was the early Ubuntu's and Linux Mint at that time. And I started to work on X11 to make my tablet working. And I found, of course, the GNU image manipulation program, Krita, but a very early Krita at that time, and MyPaint. And that was the three software that I was using. Krita not a lot. I was mainly using the GNU image manipulation software and MyPaint. And I started to post my drawing with that on forum, on the Blender community at that time, because I was doing
What year
Blender.
was that?
So sorry?
What year was that?
Just before 2009. But I deleted my short movies done with Blender since that time. Because after that, I was contacted by Ton Rosendahl of the Blender Foundation for the movies. He liked my style, he liked that I'm using open source, and he saw that on the open movies, to have better design, you need someone to read the script and also to draw before getting models on everything. So that's how I joined the Sintel project. My English was more terrible at that time than what it is now. And that was really complex to interact with the team but I learned a lot thanks to them. And then after I continued around this period, 2010 to 2012, I just continued my freelance career, but this time with free and libre software, and also continued the open movies. I continued with more Tears of Steel. There is Spring, but this one come later, and then when I started to work with the Blender Foundation, I learned about the Creative Commons license, the free libre culture. And at that time, I had the idea to why I couldn't make a comic with this license and with this model that Tom Rosendahl has also for the Blender movies, crowdfunding and Creative Commons. And that's how I started the comic Pepper&Carrot. And where I am now, it's probably, yes, since 2014 that I started Pepper&Carrot, and I'm now just in the 10 years project of Pepper&Carrot. There is a lot of things to say, but it's where I am now. Yes, I'm a webcomic artist online on a computer, and yeah, that's all the path. Sorry, that was a bit long.
No, you've blown my mind. I've never seen Tears of Steel, and I'm like, that name sounds familiar. And I look up Tears of Steel, and I know I've seen the imagery in that. That's awesome. I've never seen it, but and then with everything you said, as you're doing, I didn't know you worked on movies at all. So I'm going through your website, and I'm going to be honest. I flipped over to portfolio.
Oh.
And it's gorgeous. It's just,
thank you.
It's stunning. Like, I literally almost burst out, holy shit. Cause that's, and I tried my hardest not to do that, because you're in the middle telling me all this. Oh my God, David.
Yeah, that's on the portfolio, the piece that you can see, the portrait of Charles Darwin, the Alice in Wonderland, are from the period of illustration with free and libre open source software, probably 10 years ago. But these are pieces with a lot of ideas, sketching, and a long time production behind them. Right now, I'm doing webcomics, so I do less polishing, less details, and especially now with the artificial intelligence generative everywhere, I try to not detail as much as what I did at this time, because unfortunately the artificial intelligence gathering of data took everything from my style from this period, and that affected a lot my work.
I'm so sorry.
It helps at transforming me, and now I'm their problem. I'm doing a little comic to joke about that. Yeah, I just hope that they read it and just say, what this?
Well, and I want to get to the comic in a minute, but scrolling up and down, right? There's just humanity, and okay. AI, in my opinion, has its use cases. It does not have a place for completely replacing all artists. I think it can be used as a tool to do a jumping off point. I've used it in helping me like come up with names for shows. It's usually really crap, but I like if it nails one here, and I'm like, oh, I could put that together and that makes sense. It gives you options. Truly taking it out of the artist's hands, truly thinking that you can replace people, in my opinion, is not what it should ever do. It can't make decisions. It can't come up with something that can be coherent. Interestingly enough, I had this thought yesterday, and I know this isn't about AI, but this is about AI, where because it takes stuff like yours, and because it takes public pictures of all these people trying to act like they're beautiful. It doesn't know what reality actually is. If you go look up an art thing and say, draw an ugly person, I got two options. One, they said, no, you're not allowed to look that up. We're blocking you. And the second gave people that look like you and me. That should not be the point it is, but it forces us to evolve and adapt, right? And your stuff is so humanizing in so many different ways that, like, even the yin yang. I have a tattoo of the yin yang on my back, and I looked at that. I didn't recognize what it was first. And then I said, then I read Yin Yang of World Hunger, and I'm like, oh my God, it's an incredible take on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's I really try to explore what I could do with visual art and explore some more serious theme at one point with my digital painting. It was a very good experience to do that. But it was also really draining because, for example, this Yin Yang of World Hunger got a lot of controversy behind it, a lot of comments at that time when I posted it first, and also a lot of political party wanted to take it, to buy it from me, and not only from for example, people of color or leftist, as you can imagine, because the theme is like this, but also from white supremacism, who wanted to see in this picture something about them. So this picture was, I got death threat for this picture. Yes.
Over a picture? Hang on a second. Neither one of these look like any specific person in the entire world, but yet they are transposing themselves into a specific place. They're doing that in their head. David did not do that. How you interpret this is up to you.
Yes. But
that is...
was my first experience of death threats. Now I'm more and more used about this because of the size of the audience. I still have people with some. It's statistical now, just. But
and this is interesting because and not to call out the person, I'm not going to call out the person's name. But when I said like AI has its use cases, someone is like, oh, I don't listen to slop podcasts. It's like, okay, I understand. And now they're back on our side, like, hell yeah. Because I had to learn this. I grew up where people are like, no, you can't do it that way. You got to draw it this way. And I tell my kids now, there is no right way to do art. Unless someone is paying you specifically to draw something in a very specific style that they have in their mind, there's no wrong way to do art. You do art the way you do art. You can't control how anyone else receives that art.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wish that everyone had this education, of course, about art. And I was reading the chat, and I see a lot of familiar nickname on it. So hey. I see someone speaking about the kiss in Pepper&Carrot. Yes, there is a kiss between two little witch, and I had a lot of comments about this also because a lot of.
Why?
Because they have the same gender, so yes, it's false for them, and I also had a publisher that removed the panel.
Okay.
It was in Bulgaria because Pepper&Carrot is published in many languages, and there is publishing into many printed books, and I discovered that the Bulgarian books removed this panel because in their country that was too sensitive. And the publisher decided when the community said, "Oh, this was removed," to just give to anyone who would complain the panel printed so they can glue it in their book back.
Yeah.
So I found that very cool that they could offer a little patch like
Was this recently? Was it in the past?
It was like 2 years or 3 years ago, and
I'm gonna
I
be
say
trying to find
Bulgaria, but I'm afraid that this is this publishing, hopefully my
Yeah. I mean,
and
looking at
it,
that picture, I can absolutely see how dangerous it is for a very cartoon witch flying on a dragon could and would be taken seriously to the detriment of society.
so this is the page, and usually here there is a insert where these two are just kissing because they are happy to find each other safe and sound. So, but this is the
Oh my God.
censored version. I like to keep it behind me as a reminder.
Is that on the website? I want to see it.
Oh yes, you need to go to the website Pepper&Carrot,
Yeah.
Webcomics, Pepper&Carrot, and check the 36 episode 36. And then if you scroll and wait the battle, you will see the.
Am I allowed to show this?
Oh yes, of course, of
Okay.
course. I'm totally fine with this panel.
I mean, it's available on your website, and I figured it would be. How far down is it? Let's see. Sorry, no, people are just staring at me, watching me with my mouth open. Okay. Okay, I think I found. They're escaping on a dragon.
Yes.
Love. They're not censoring two women kissing. They're censoring love.
Yes, yes.
We can't show affection to each other. Don't look at it. You don't like it, go somewhere else. Sorry. I just
And this is not just a free kiss just to show this, because on the story
wow.
this is a revelation, because the one on the left was supposed to be like an enemy, and suddenly the main character feel that, oh no, her best friend has an affair with this character that was supposed to be not really trustable. So that's something that is a story device here. So removing it was so bad in many points for me.
Yeah. How?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're
Yeah.
a guy that wanted that learned English from video games. You liked art. You had a favorite comic. You're just a guy, right?
Oh yes.
You're
I'm
just a guy, and you're doing what you love, and all of a sudden, you didn't ask to be in the spotlight, right?
Oh no. I'm not. I'm not really provocative in my art.
Right.
That's something that I receive criticism from that. For example, when I started to make open culture and be on internet, people were saying, well, you have an open license, you have a totally independent funding with your community, and what you do is not provocative, is not, it should be a sort of
To who though?
violence or something that
I mean,
the publisher can't publish. Yes.
But that's the problem, is those you surround in your community, they're not finding it really provocative.
Yeah.
So there is a point of view, but again, it's for death threats. I mean, countries are allowed to make their own rules. If they don't like that, they don't like, but you're censoring love as far as I'm concerned. But how do you go through, like, you're just drawing something one day and all of a sudden you just get a random email that is like, you should die? Like, Uh,
Yes. Oh, it's more complex than that because usually the person who does this um, enter into an obsessive stalking way. So it's not just a single comment like "you should die" or something.
yeah.
No, it's for example commenting on all my blog posts, die with insults, die, and at one morning you receive like 30 things
Jesus.
to clean up on something, and
Why?
with of course threat like I know where you live, you, and that's. Yeah,
You
last year that was the
you
first
live
time.
on Earth. I will
Yeah.
find you.
Yes. This is people that just want to hurt with words the most or create fear. And last year was the first year of my life when I deposited a complaint at the police for someone online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but because I received like
Jeez.
something to feel like a big pack, and I saw that the IP address was still the same, or I
I,
started to have some. So
I'll say this.
I started to be afraid when I was going into sign-in session to meet this type of people in real. So I
Here's
prefer to prevent the police.
and here's the other problem of this. It didn't silence you, and I'm grateful and I thank you, but I know for a fact that it did silence me.
Mm.
And while I didn't know your stuff back then, like I've never, like this is the first show I've ever had on the internet. I believe in this so much that I overcame my own fears and my hesitation. And exactly what I'm afraid of is exactly what you're saying. Except now you put it in a way where say all you want. We're not
Yeah.
stopping.
Yeah, but I also had very creepy things, like a phone call in the middle of the
Oh my
night
God.
from people laughing at the end and say, "Oh, yes, you are really David Revoy. Well, yeah, we found your phone and everything." So yeah, that was creepy. And the most creepiest thing I had was someone in front of my house that was around say, "Yeah, I found your address and I wanted to pet your cat," and say, "Ah." So yeah, after that, of of course, I moved, and now I'm very protective of my address, real address, and everything.
Yeah, like something like that is just kind of crossing the line. It's like, yes, you're a
Yeah,
fan. I appreciate that, but that's
exactly.
especially in the
Yeah,
middle of the night.
you have this moment with the shiver on the spine, like, and say, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much for coming. Where do you come from? And then, ah,
I can't imagine what that would be like because I'm just at the stage where I've met a couple of people and they're like, yeah, I've seen the show. And I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. But that is a whole, like, no one's walked up to, yeah. And the sad thing is too, is I could see the other side. Like, oh, I feel like I know David so well. He does all this beautiful art. I'm just a fan. I love him. I just want to go, express my thanks. But you gotta be careful meeting new people, especially. You gotta remember, like, David doesn't know you, and even though you know him,
yeah,
I've
but
never
that,
thought of that.
of course, internet create this proximity, and
Oh, yeah.
love this when I go into convention and speak with at signing session. I love this to meet the readers of Pepper&Carrot. They are the best. Usually they are the best, just. But yeah, in this type of context, it's really and all of that was because I forgot.
Wow.
I was reinstalling my mobile phone because that was at a period where I tested some operating system for mobile phone. And I took pictures because I was doing the Inktober challenge. It's one challenge in October when you post a picture, a drawing made with ink every day. Just and I posted a photo of my drawing for the day. And this phone has by default to share the EXIF position and also it's the metadata in the picture where you have the longitude, latitude, and they could find my house precisely because of that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, from the
Yeah.
metadata in the pitch. Yeah, that's I try not to post anything, and if I do, I always try to go through like a metadata stripper. Oh, I wonder if applications build that in on the Fediverse. They can strip your metadata automatically for you.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. Now here I have like a bash script
Yeah,
that I
that's what I do.
that clean everything because yeah, I got burnt. So
Yeah,
I
no, that's
now I have
the
hygiene.
interesting and sad thing about computers is like I've told people security doesn't matter. If someone wants in, they're going to get in. You have to cover 1,000,000 doors. They
Oh
need
yeah.
one.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I read on the chat that Mastodon is doing that, and
Oh,
oh,
good. Yeah.
that's very good because yeah, exif location. Oh,
Yeah. No, and you just dropped a major bomb on my brain in that the proximity issue, right? They think that they feel they know you, right?
of
Which
course.
is cool. But like a lot of the issues that we're seeing on the internet now, a lot of us are blaming social media, algorithms, and things like that. But it could be a cultural proximity issue. Mankind has always been very tribal, and now
Yeah.
you have instant access to any tribe.
Yes, yes, and
We're gonna
the
learn.
social media over the last 10 years built really bubbles on the internet. It feels like there is now some big campus for ideas, and
Yeah,
the ideas really it's easy to get into the target of one of a camp
yeah.
that goes to attack, and
And
yeah,
we've seen it all the time. You've been in open source long enough. I'm sure you've seen many of the same things I did, which is like, no, it doesn't need to be one or the other. It can be both. You can have X11 and Wayland if you want, or Wayland. You can have System D or sysv init if you want. You can have this kernel, that kernel. And all of this can coexist, but we have to have open minds about that. Dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Something that people are often misunderstand about my work is because I'm following a lot of open source recommendation and
Yeah.
things by community about for example, the community rules, the COC, and everything, and a lot of people think I'm like an extremist or a purist, and
Yep.
I have a sort of a tolerance for
Yeah.
some things because I couldn't live as a total purist. It's impossible to manage even a community with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yes, I know how to draw the line, but that was probably one of the most difficult things to learn on Pepper&Carrot community. It's where to draw the line.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to
You're
post
a
comics.
judge.
I didn't wanted to make like a community management or anything. Because behind Pepper&Carrot there is a big Git project for the translation. Uh, I I decided to make the comic translatable, and for that I benefited of all the experience I had with scripting. Just I love it when I started Linux to script in Bash. Just
Mm-hmm.
because it was interactive. It was directly in the, you open a
Yeah.
terminal,
It's
you
everywhere.
and wow, it
Yeah.
works. And yeah, I never was really interested by Python. That's but Bash, wow. All the render farm of Pepper&Carrot, everything, all the automatism on my system, everything is in Bash.
Okay, so and this makes sense to me now because when I first saw Pepper&Carrot. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I keep wanting to say carrot and pepper. I don't know why. It's Pepper&Carrot.
Pepper&Carrot.
When I first saw it, and this was whenever you did introduce the avian intelligence, and I have it up now. This seems like it was pretty
Oh,
recently, but I
oh
had,
yeah.
I had known your stuff, and I started like actively looking because I'm like, oh, avian intelligence. That's funny. He's a tech nerd, but I didn't realize you were like that much of a tech nerd.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm definitely a lot into the nerd things because yeah, I already had a computer and I always like to open something. For example, at home, I have always a lot of machines that are just unscrew to see inside, to dust, to repair, to do soldering, I just like
Okay.
to understand how things work
Yeah.
inside. Even for drawing, for the anatomy, the human body, for everything. I have books about the skeleton of animals and everything. I'm just curious, very curious by nature.
And I'm going to read out the panel because I know we have audio listeners if you're okay with that. And some accessible folks that need help. It's a 4-panel comic. In the upper left is a witch leaning on a table, and above her head is a speech bubble. Off to the left, there's this red and blue parrot, and she says, "Of course, we wanted crows, and the university gave us this." And then it flips to the parrot and it says, "Greetings, I'm a conversation." Oh, sorry. I apologize. It's so beautiful. I can't help but not absolutely torture this. Greetings. I'm a conversational avian intelligent model developed by Open Magic to assist you with your spells. What can I help you with? Shut up, you thing. I apologize, but I won't engage in conversations with hurtful language. Can I assist you with something else? And she just drops her head to the table. And I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, I love this. And the art style, again, is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you very much. I received, unfortunately, a lot of comments about my art style looking like artificial intelligence now because, yeah, artificial intelligence took it, so it's normal. And that makes me trying to evolve my style to make some brush stroke more visible, to make the surface less smoothing and everything. But yeah, this series, Avian Intelligence, it's a weekly one,
Yeah.
and I'm posting it on many social media, and my
It's,
main one it's on Mastodon, it's on
yeah.
the Fediverse. And I really like this series because I could explore all the criticism I have about artificial intelligence, and I could find this avian intelligence, the cyber parrot, to be like
Yeah.
a sort of metaphor for the.
It's,
For the
but the thing that I think is absolutely brilliant about this is it's manyfold. You obviously have the teacher talking to a parrot that she's not interested in, but you also have the fact that the teacher asked the school for help and they got a new technological toy, which happens all the time. These
yeah.
schools have money and now grifters come and try to tell them that they have the answer for this. But also you have this Internet of Things that we've now had for a while that are all completely useless. They have some uses, but not what big tech wants to tell us. And then they're shoving AI in it, and you wrap it all up in such a cute fantasy and like this hits on so many levels, man. This is amazing.
Oh, that's because I have good inspiration. Uh, I'm reading, for example, I'm a big fan of Terry Pratchett, of Douglas Adams,
Yes,
and
yes.
and satire. Satire. I don't know how to
Yep.
pronounce it well. Sorry, but parody, satire. It's two genres that I love. Doing a metaphor in the fantasy world of artificial intelligence. For me, that was, oh, I found something that is very 2026 now.
Yeah.
And I was happy about it, but I might end it really soon and come back to more normal fantasy because
Oh,
I start to be a bit on the nerve of the community to always speak about the artificial intelligence, and I start to feel it myself. Um,
yeah.
I don't want to be myself a pollution, and it's I think it's a French expression, even in English, the mise en abîme. Mise en abîme, how do you pronounce it? It's a figure of style where when you criticize something, you start to also be part of the criticize because you are giving voice to the thing, the presence also. And I don't want to continue to give presence. For example, my last.
Oh, yes. Yes. The
Yeah.
worst thing you can do is not talk about them.
Yeah, yes.
They get
And,
free advertising when you do. But you,
Yes, and
Yeah.
and I feel that I started. I probably got the full criticize out of my bag now. The advertisement, the bad sources, many things, the hallucination. I think I covered so many things that I would start to repeat myself, and maybe it's time to wrap it up. The
Yeah.
last one from yesterday or today before was about over advertising and marketing in our school. Just and I don't want to be part of this echo chamber.
Yeah.
Continue to be also AI. No, time to move on.
Well, and real quick, so I did miss an entire point, and someone so delicately put it in the chat. The parrot is red, white, and blue with a star on it, which also indicates how a lot of other countries are feeling about American tech products, which is that they're a joke and they're useless.
Yeah. This one was subtle, but it was intended. Yes.
Yeah.
But subtle, very subtle. You can see that in the first of the series, the parrot is more violet and blue.
Okay.
With the time, I started to twig to this because it's part of the visual vocabulary also of the US tech.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, I did not realize that.
Oh, the thing is, when you draw manually something like this, it can take from 12 to 24 hours of painting, and you have a lot of time to think about this type of details and this type of meaning.
Yeah.
Because-
The more you are sitting on something, the more you're going to think about, the deeper it's going to get. Sure, I understand that.
Yes, and I'm making this series like weekly since November or October now. So yeah, this series was the worst for my recommendation, for example, on YouTube or everything, because I started to look at a lot of video of pro techno for AI or something, and it totally destroyed all the recommendation that I have now. Because I had to watch a lot of videos of
it destroyed the algorithm.
Yes, and now the algorithm thinks that I'm really into that. But I did that only for research, for finding criticism, because they always find a solution. For example, when one say, yes, but you can learn with, of course, there is studies that show that if you use it, your brain will come smaller and smaller because it will be assisted. But you can use it as a teacher to learn. And when I hear things like this, I say, okay, yes, but what is your teacher? What the bullshit of your teacher will say? And this is the starting point for a funny story, for example, for me.
No, and I've literally seen that with my kids, though, right? Like we're all children now to this thing. If it just gives us the answer, then we're not growing, we're not learning. And if we're not growing and learning, we're atrophying, essentially.
Yeah.
And like I try to push my kids like, yes, I can do it for you, but I want to see if you can do it first yourself, because I want to help you grow up into a capable adult. And now we have AI, which can just think for us and do for us.
I think after all this series about artificial intelligence, what I see is the people who can use or who benefit to use artificial intelligence or the large language model,
Right.
are the ones who can supervise the output, are the ones that are more skilled than what the output gives, because they can correct, they can fix, they can say this is bullshit.
Oh.
So the one who can use it or benefit to use it are the one who don't need it in the first place. This is a total paradox, in my opinion. And the same
David,
for
oh my God.
yeah.
And that makes perfect sense. We think we can get someone less qualified to look at work that comes out of something that is more qualified. Ergo, they're not going to be able to do that job.
Yes.
I've not thought about that.
Yes.
That's
So for
interesting.
all the generation who knows how to code or something, yeah, they can output like a template and fix it.
This is the exact problem why Stack Overflow was not the only answer. If I don't know something and I go to Stack Overflow and I just type in Windows, there's too many. The more experience you have means you can narrow down something like Stack Overflow instantly. And instead, these tech bros in Shitsville think that they can just grab all the tools in the chest and now anyone is an expert.
Yes.
Nailed it.
That's a big fallacy, yes.
Good job. Wow. David.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Everyone always like blows me away, but like I knew you from your pictures. I'm like, oh, we're going to have a great art talk. This has turned into some of the most techie and philosophical talks I've ever had. This is great. I love this. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. As I predicted, then, I'm red now, like the poster behind. Yeah, well, I react this way to compliments. So thank you very much. But
yeah, no, thank you. No, oh, wow. Okay. Well, unfortunately, because we're coming towards the end, now is for the real reason I brought David here, is to give him the opportunity to win a prize of a lifetime. Our prize today is a newfangled avian intelligence bird.
Oh, wow.
I thought about getting you something useful, but let's be honest, it wouldn't be this show if I did that. Are you ready for the quiz?
Oh, yes. If I have an avian intelligence bird myself, I would be happy to put it in the garbage myself.
All right. First question. Favorite movie and why is it Spaceballs?
So I saw Spaceballs. It's La folle histoire de l'espace in French, Mel Brooks. I love it, but it's easy on my top 20. Definitely. But yeah, for example, yogurt, the joke about the plain yogurt.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Just this.
What's your favorite movie then?
Oh, it's a bit special. It's named Baraka. Baraka, and it's a movie with music, and it's a documentary. There is only a shot in high resolution. It's from the 80s, and you see all the beauty of the nature, but also of the human, but also all the misery, all the war, it's 1 hour 30, and then it feels like the perfect movie that you would put on a satellite and send to extraterrestrial life. It speaks about the humanity. And for me, this movies is an experience. If you can watch it in HD,
you know what?
It's.
I will be watching this. I'll find a way to watch this because that sounds like. I'll bring a box of tissues because that sounds emotional. All right.
Yeah. That's one of the movies where after watching it, I felt not the same anymore. And I think that art is at its core this powerful. So I know that I will never reach this with my comics or anything, but wow, Baraka was.
All right. That's a great answer. Cool. Next question. Conjuration, illusion, or necromancy?
Oh, illusion.
Really? Oh, well, I mean, I guess it adds up, right? Why?
I would be a very bad necromancer, for example, because the smell of everything. Oh no.
You know what,
Anything with the dead or anything.
David? I was always like a necromancer. I love the idea of necromancers. Like, I want to bring up the dead, but you just made me realize my stomach literally couldn't exist as a necromancer. Like, do you have that in your art? You need a necromancer that is afraid of human body smells and the human body.
I think that can be a very powerful character. That a necromancer that is afraid of germs, for example. That we'll work on that on Mini Fantasy Theater later, because on Halloween I had a necromancer character. I want to continue this because in my youth, when I was 15 to 20, I was in the Gothic movement, aesthetic and everything, because that was the Matrix period and everything. And so yes, I'm tempted by the necromancer for the cool aspect and but illusion, maybe with art is probably an illusion, so maybe I already do that. Conjuration, I prefer something positive than deconstructing something of someone else.
Okay,
that's the real one that you didn't say would be everything that is a fire mage, a pyro mage.
Oh, okay.
Example. Yeah, I have this thing with fire that I can't resist. I have a chimney. I do fire every morning. Barbecue, a fire in the garden. Everything. I can't help. I'm just hypnotized by fire. Fire is my wow. If you want to make a calming my heart and everything, watch out the fire.
So, no, I was gonna say something that's way too creepy.
I clearly say in the chat, fire is magic. Fire magic.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, it's the real magic things of the reality. Yeah.
All right. That again, another amazing answer. All right, next question. And I'm going to mess this up. Millefeuille? Apple tart tatin.
Pronunciation. Sorry for cutting you. Continue. I say that will be an issue for understanding the pronunciation here, I think.
Maybe. Well, so apple tart tatin or crepes. So millefeuille. Who's fouille? It's a dessert, a pastry.
Oh,
millefeuille.
Millefeuille.
Oui, millefeuille. Oui.
Yes. Yes. There is some vanilla.
There's so many people in chat. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, sorry. But okay, I understood the millefeuille, but the other one are
tart tatin or crepe.
Oh,
crepe.
Yes.
Crepe.
Oh, hey, tough choice, because here I'm in a region in the south of France where there is a lot of apple. And all my neighbors always give me a lot of apple, so I'm very good at doing tarte tatin. And I have this also ability to make, because my father was also, and my parents had also a baker. So I grew up with the smell of flour and fresh bread every morning and everything. So I love to do the pasta, even every type of pasta, everything you can do with flour. I can do it without any proportion, just eyeballing everything. So
David's house is the place to hang out, apparently. He can draw. He has these deep philosophical thoughts about the current society. And he bakes?
Yeah,
David,
for example,
you know what? What is it like being the perfect man, you son of a bitch, that you ruined it for the rest of us?
No, but if you combine things that I like, for example, what I do in my garden, I have the luck to live in a little forest, so I have wood everywhere.
Of course, yeah. Is it very magical like?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah. And what I love to do is to make a fire outside and to bake some bread on it. This is my perfect life.
That's amazing. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Next question is, what does an alternate universe David do?
Wow. Are you thinking about the possibility that I would have in the past and the fork of my career, or just something totally?
Here's the thing about alternate realities. If there are forks, every single choice we make is another fork, which means anything can be possible, especially if physics doesn't apply to other realities.
Ah.
So it could be anything you want. So it could be
maybe a psychologist.
a
And even
psychologist.
better if it's something totally weird, like a psychologist for animals or something, you know? Someone that goes into the place with horses and just know how to calm them,
Wait.
and dog same and everything. That could be a David from another universe. Yeah.
Here's the thing is I'm so used to people like giving me like straight answers. There's only been a couple people that have gone off the reservation. And as you're saying psychologist, my brain goes, oh, he's going serious. Really pay attention. And then you said animals. And my brain's like, he can't do that. Just like I do that. Yeah. Okay. An animal psychologist. Hell, they might exist here for all I know.
Yeah. Oh.
I have a clue,
Hey.
but
It's my cat.
Oh, hi, kitty cat.
Yeah, he is always around when I speak on camera.
He knows you're important. He's your bodyguard.
Oh yes, real bodyguards here. Yeah.
So I reached out to an alternate universe. I have an alternate universe phone here. It takes different shapes. This week it is a sticker that says I am a part of the Rebel Alliance. And I spoke to that other realm's David, and he's also a webcomic creator like you, so they're very similar. He goes by the name the Inverted Ink Wizard, though. He's apparently a villain that wants to steal all the world's gold and does that by drawing pictures that come to life and are his minions. He also apparently has an amazing handlebar mustache that he twirls and so. Yes, exactly. Right. Thank you. You know him. You've met.
Yeah, the description of a black dragon with a big treasure making greedy things with picture. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Next question is blue, white, or red?
All of them.
All right.
No, blue.
Blue? Why blue?
Well, because it's a color that calms me, and if I have to be alone in a room painted with one color, like the one you said, white no, and red no, and blue yes. So.
Okay, that's fair. All right. And I
got the joke about the French flag, you know.
Thank you.
To my audience who think that the blue is for the royal family and everything, that I don't have anything to do with the royal family by saying blue, of course.
See, and that's the interesting thing. In America, like we're taught even today what the flag stands for. Directly, not indirectly what it means to you, but like literally where they came from. And I've talked to numerous places from around Europe, and I kind of like pitch those colors, and they're like, yeah, I know it's the flag, but I don't know what the flag stands for. And as American, I'm like, that's so odd. And then I have to remember my country's 200 years old. Yours are thousands. Like,
no
one remembers what the damn flag's for anymore.
Yeah. I think there is some continuation fallacy here, because 200 years ago, France and Biden and France now.
Yeah, that's true.
Would be considered like a different country. You
know? Yeah.
But yeah, the symbol, the name. Yeah, okay. Well, this is the only thing that doesn't change.
All right. Interesting. And as usual, the last question will be sent telepathically. Obviously, David and I are telepathic. Trust us. We tested this earlier. So go ahead and open your lines back up from earlier when we were testing. I know there was a lot of interference. It's a long way to go, but are you ready?
Let me drink a bit of
Yeah.
water.
Let's take, because you have to have a sip because your telepathic vocal cords have to be hydrated.
And it's a telepathic oversea because I'm in the south of France, and you are in what area in the US?
Yeah, in the U.S., North Carolina.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there is a lot of lens wave for the trip, but okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. There's your question. I know that was it seemed like it was short, but it was jam packed with useful information and really directing David to get a good image on his answer.
So it's coming. I have the last word that I'm not winning any time by trying to find something interesting to say. No. No. Oh, that's really good that you. Yeah, I could recommend a lot of people from the Fediverse to you and make a list later.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
With the Alahampt, the founder of the leader of the project Krita, Dr. No of Inkscape. Yes, very good. So, there is so many people that I, of course, you already interviewed Jen at Mastodon. Amazing. And I wish I could just have the memory to name all the friends and all the good person around.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good you are asking. Thank you.
I forgot I sent you that question. Yeah, that was a good answer. No, yes, please do let me know. Telepathically or email would probably, or even Fediverse.
Telepathically by keyboard. Yes, I know that.
I mean, your brain controls your hands, right? It counts.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, David, congratulations. You got every answer either correct or incorrect. Good job.
Do I have my AI parrot?
Unfortunately, when we went to get you the avian intelligence bird, they're all sold out. They've been sold to some magical college and none are currently available. I apologize.
Well, chance.
David, this has been an absolutely amazing conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Not that you really asked to be a fighter in all this, but you obviously have become a fighter in all this with shining the light and the stupidity that's going on with AI, to wanting to support open platforms. And all of us here, at least I can say for me, all of us are better because you are here. And I am very grateful for you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving a voice to all these people on the Fediverse. Really, it's important.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's it. That's all the time we have for all the parrots floating up. Now there's a little heart. Yeah. It's
put parrots on the chat, please. Thank you.
Spam some more parrots. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys all. That's all the time we have for Fireside Fetty. You know, as David said, if you guys have any recommendations on who you'd like me to talk to, I have an ongoing list, but it's sometimes hard to line people up. So anyone that's interested, you yourself, you're interested, I talk to everyone. We're all normal people. We're not all David Revoy. I'm not David Revoy. I'm me, and I still have a story behind me. And I feel the same way about everyone out there. So if anyone ever wants to talk, more than happy to try and talk to folks. And we'll catch you in the next episode of Fireside Fetty. Have a great one, everyone. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.